Hey guys, today we are checking out another small form factor laptop from Illegear. It is the new Illegear Arté. Now this I will keep and bring around with me wherever I go. Let's check it out. The unit that Illegear sent over comes with the 11th Gen Intel i7 processor with Iris Xe graphics, 32GB of RAM, 500GB of NVMe M.2 SSD, and an Intel Wi-Fi 6 card. Next, I'm diving straight into the display because the moment I opened this laptop, I was in love. The display is so beautiful with the matte finish and super thin bezels. It's just a joy to look at this 16:10 ratio screen. But that's not all. It's also running at 90Hz, can reach a maximum brightness of 400 nits, and has an accurate 100% sRGB color reproduction. That is a mouthful, and if none of those things made sense to you, just know that this screen is freaking amazing. It doesn't have touchscreen though, but I hate touchscreen laptops anyway. There's one more thing about the display. It houses a webcam and has support for Windows Hello. How convenient is that? The webcam, on the other hand, is just okay. It's not that sharp, but definitely enough for your video calls. You can't really expect much when the screen and bezel is so thin. This is as good as it gets. With the display out of the way, now let's check out the other parts of the laptop. The backlit keyboard is a nice size and fairly comfortable to type with. The power button is part of the keyboard at the top right. Below the keyboard, you'll find a really nice trackpad. Not only is it centered to the laptop, it's also big and has a nice glass finish. It's a great smooth experience using the trackpad. Let's move on to I/O. Spoiler alert, it's pretty good as well. On the right side, there is a power input, HDMI 2.0, USB 3.1 Gen 1, and a Thunderbolt 4 port. On the left side, there is a Kensington lock, USB 3.1 Gen 2, another USB 3.1 Gen 1, card reader, and an audio combo jack. It's all the ports that you would really need in the modern day. Oh, did I mention that this whole laptop only weighs in at slightly above 1 kilograms. Anyway, let's flip this around and check out the inside. We have 7 screws, and once you remove those and the backplate, we get a look on the inside. We have a 2 fan and 2 heatsink setup for this laptop. By the way, despite the cute size, the fans can get really loud. I believe the processor is located here. Below that, you'll find 2 RAM slots. On the far right and bottom left are the 2 M.2 NVMe SSD slots. The Wi-Fi card is this little thing on the left. The 53 Wh battery occupies most of the bottom, and there are speakers on the left and right side. Here's what it sounds like. That's it for the internals and physical aspects of the new Illegear Arté. Now let's look into some benchmarks. Let's start with a disk speed test. On Crystal Disk Mark speed test, the M.2 NVMe scored roughly 3400 for read and 3000 for write speeds. Those are blazing fast speeds, and it shows in real-world usage. This laptop wakes up insanely fast. Next, I ran the Cinebench R23 benchmark, and the CPU scored 1480 for single core and 6306 for multi-core. You can see how the CPU in the laptop compares with other processors out there. Lastly, I finished off with my favorite benchmarking tool, 3D Mark. As usual, we ran the time spy test. The Arté scored in at 1696. We can also see some insights about the temperature that this laptop is running at. It starts from a low of 54 degrees all the way up to 90 degrees towards the end of the test. On average, both the CPU and GPU were under 60 degrees. Which is not bad for a laptop of this size, but do note that it can also get pretty toasty. If we compare the results online, you can see that it's definitely nowhere near gaming laptops, which is to be expected. However, it scores higher than your typical office productivity laptop. Now, I'm sure that some of you might be wondering, how does this stack up against the Ionic Touch? Thankfully, I have the 3D Mark results for the Ionic Touch, and it scored 1801. a little bit higher than the Illegear Arté. Let's quickly touch on gaming. Light to moderate gaming is definitely not a problem with this laptop. If you're a casual gamer, you'll love how much this laptop can give without being as big and as heavy as a gaming laptop. Just be realistic with your expectations from the Illegear Arté and you will be very, very happy. So, would I recommend this laptop? Absolutely. But for the right group of people. Don't buy this laptop if your main goal is gaming. The Illegear Arté is for people always on the move and in need of a reliable device that can handle most productivity tasks while also giving great battery life. So if you are the type of person that I just described, then this laptop is for you. The Arté starts at about 4,300 ringgit, which I think is a fair price for the performance and portability that you get with this laptop. It's one of the more aesthetically pleasing laptops that I've tested out this year, so much so that I do not want to return this review unit. So that's it for this video. I hope I helped you guys make a more informed decision about your next laptop. But this is amazing. All the details you need to know about the Illegear Arté will be in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I may have heard a rumor that there might be a more beefed up version of the Illegear Arté. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye. Alright, here's an outtake. Honest confession, I really like this laptop and I'm gonna do all I can to prevent Illegear from taking back this review unit. So yeah, let's see how that goes.